The Out There channel, Robert and Paul.
Please sub and share.
Searching for the truth. UFOs, aliens, greys and ufology. Real images, real stories, real videos, real cases, researched and investigated by professionals in the field and cutting-edge discoveries. Multiple witnesses, abduction accounts brought to you by Team The Out There channel. Good to be back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
We have liftoff. So, I've been spending the last couple of hours trying to fix the MUFON UFOstalker database images working. See if I could get a workaround or a hack. Essentially, it's a hack to get around it temporarily, and I'll go over it today and share my hard work with everybody. So, if you want to donate, your super chat's on. If you want to join our Discord group, I'll post a link now to our webpage, and you should be able to, from there, join the Discord. Well worth it. Good people there. Pin message. And you can contact me anytime, of course, and talk on voice, which saves a lot of typing. And you can test out your voice and stuff, and get used to it, and maybe you'll even come on side chat and talk. God forbid. Scary day. Alright, so let's just tidy this up. Oh, where's my side chat disappeared to? Okay, so there we go. That's all up and running. I'm not sure who's going to join me. I was hoping to start sooner, but yeah, you're a chicken. You won't come on the side and talk. Chicken man. Hey, we got to do the chicken dance. In fact, actually, there is a name of a dance called chicken dance, isn't there? Why does that suddenly come up? Chicken dance. That's a good way to test out the system anyway. Blue chicken alert, blue chicken alert. Well, at least we got blue chicken on the side chat. I wonder if we can get a few more people to join us. I see Mr. G is currently doing a show, isn't he? It rhymes with MUFON. Talk about unoriginal name. Okay, and probably talking about more drama, of course. But here, I'm trying to get things working so everybody can benefit. Benefit from my knowledge and skills, because I am a computer scientist, so me hacking and modern stuff understand. Because stuff loads into a web page doesn't mean you can't hack it. What you can do is you can hack the end result. So if you want to rearrange the page of someone's website, you can actually do that. Believe it or not. So there's various add-on tools and plugins you can use. So just open up the Brave, which is a Chrome version, but is a lot faster and hasn't got spyware added to it, or as much spyware added to it. So look at that, guys. Doesn't that look good? We finally got it working. Look how fast it comes down too. And it's all through my research. And what I did is initially I was right clicking and saying open image in a tab, right? And it was coming up with the 40, that forbidden error, as you just saw. But you can see here I've got it to detect the error message and reload the image in a tab as well, with another add-on, but it's not needed. I was using this one now, which seems to work on all pages, I think. I'd have to disable that to see if it's the case. But yeah, you can see it's all working quite good now. If I click on the image to go to the case number, we get the images loaded, just like the old days. Plus I've got rid of some of the ads. And I've even posted a comment down here as me with the solution. Install Fixed Image Extension on your browser Chrome. Well, Chrome will solve images not showing. Do follow me. I bet they don't though. So yeah, I used my Twitter account there just to post images. So this should be quite fast, because I don't think many people get the images loaded, so it's probably me in the whole world got the speed. Look at that. Talk about speed. It never used to come down that fast. Yeah, so how does it all work? Well, you got all these extensions where you can extend the functionality of the web browser. That's how it works. Let me just and if you now they've rearranged it on the browser now that you use the puzzle to pin which ones you want in the toolbar, which doesn't seem to work too well. Or you can just simply click onto it here. So if you want to go to Cookie Editor, you can click on that extension, and it should open up. And we can delete the cookies for UFOstalker, right? So this is a simple extension where you just want to delete the cookies for a particular website. So you can go to the store of the browser and find lots of extensions that get around bad coding, or you want to improve a particular font size. Although you can never find everything you want, of course. Also, a lot of websites now have coin mining in the background, so you want to check for those and disable them, because it's using up your CPU and slowing down your computer. So yeah, it's all sorts of things you got to watch out for security. And before this puzzle was around, there's this thing called Extension Manager, which I quite like. Shows all the extensions and the icons, unlike the toolbar here. And you can actually turn off, disable some temporarily, although I can't see how you do that here with the built-in one. So it's still got some functionality. So we could turn off on stuff here by simply click on it, and it sticks it down there, so it's now disabled. So it's a quick way to disable extensions in case you're having a problem with a conflict. And here's the image one here. So if I click on that now, it's now disabled through that add-on, the other add-on. Now if I load something, that hasn't been cached. So I go to 4 maybe, and you can see we're back to the original problem. That just proves the add-on works, right? And if I click on one of these, we're back to the original problem of no photos showing up. Now I'm not sure if it's going to work with the video player though. We have to see. That's another problem, because the video player uses its own sort of code, and we might not be able to play videos, but we'll have a look at a few MUFON cases today and see if we can find any interesting ones. Now we got it working. So yeah, so now if I go back to the extension disabler, see I can't see it, the option here, built-in one. So it doesn't hurt to add in a second backup, does it? So that these ones are pinned, so these ones should show up. But it doesn't quite work that way because it depends on space and everything. So it's pretty ugly, really. And the 3 dots there, remove. Doesn't have one for disable, does it? Like the other add-on has. So let's just turn it back on again with that special extension manager. So just turn it back on. Now it's back in the list of active ones. And if we reload the page now, we should see the missing images. Bingo. Now I'm not too sure if there's any videos here. Doesn't seem to be. And if we go back to that page where none of the images were loaded, which was page 4, looks like one ad slipping in here. Not too sure why. Did I disable ads? Maybe. Turn off ads. So we can get rid of that if we wanted to through some other plugins. Through other hacks. Okay, so we want to go to 4, which was all blank before. And now they're loading. It's that simple. Who would have thought it was that simple? Now it's a problem to do with the web server. Something to do with permissions. Maybe because it's using scripts, and once it's loaded, it then on reloading the image for a second time, it allows it back in. Not too sure where on the server that would be, but I'm pretty sure it's a timing thing. That it needs to be less active, you know. It needs to sort of slow to react. There'll be a setting there on the server where they've done an upgrade. It could even be a bug in the server, because getting permission denied and then reloading the tab gets it going. So unlike, let's see, if we load up Microsoft Edge now, I've already added it on there, and I think I disabled it, but I'll re-enable it again. And now if I click on open here, open image in a new tab like I was doing with the other browser. Let's see if it works. And no, it doesn't. So the way I got around that one was using another plugin called Tab Reload, which I haven't added onto this one. I'll post the links to these fixes, so you need that extension for Chrome. I think there's one for Firefox as well. Fix image or Chrome, or Brave, or Edge. It uses all those. Because they use what's called the source code for Chromium, spelt. Let's see, Chromium, which is meant to be the base code for Chrome. So any company can use it because it's open source, right? And Microsoft started using it and rebranding some of it, or adding their own bits into it as well. Like the voice reader, which the other browsers don't have. It's using their special AI. So we need to find this other add-on, which is called, which I got turned off here, have I? That's not Brave, is it? We need that one. We need to find what it's called again. What was it called? Tab refresh or something similar to that. I'm not sure what the icon looks like though. There's the image one. Oh, here it is. Here is it. Auto refresh plus, it's called. So we need to find that one. If you want to open it separately into a tab, like I was showing you. Okay, let's see. Where's the search here? Auto tab. Refresh, was it? Plus or something. Auto tab. Refresh plus. There we go. So let's see if we install that on the Edge. Just open up a tab, post the link, and just say install. Now this one needs a wee bit of configuring to get working with the tab load directly. Add. It's got quite a lot of useful functions on it too. Okay. There it's loaded. And I'll just post it here. Tab refresher. But that one doesn't work straight out the box. We have to add some customization to it. And here's the options here. So we want to refresh every 400 seconds there. We don't want random type thing turned off. Predefined. So we need to copy that sentence there. So if that ever comes up, it should do a refresh. Let's just try that. Save successfully. And that's all you should need to do. So if we close that one down now and say open, what's going on? Open image. Where's it gone? That was at the bottom before, wasn't it? Alright, here it goes. Had to scroll down a bit. Open image in a new tab. So now it should say forbidden. Now it should reload. Why didn't it reload? Maybe I haven't turned it on. Where's that start? Okay, we have to turn it on. Okay, you have to do that too. Allow. Ah, there you go. Now it's detected that sentence on the page. And then it reloads. Let's just try another one, just make sure it's working. Why would you want to open it in a new page? Sometimes you just want to print out that tab with the image, right? Or you want to right click on it and save the image from there or whatever. Damn it. Everything's looking good. Use the scroll thing. Open image, new tab. Let's see. It should say forbidden, then automatically reload. Crazy, isn't it? Who would have thought it was that easy? So, I did post that tab solution around on Twitter, etc., but I thought to include it in the show. Is my audio working alright? So, I haven't checked it. 1, 2, 3. Sounds like it's alright. Okay, so who's with me still? 0 people. So now we can actually start using it. That's it. That's all you have to do. Install it and do those 2 things. And shouldn't be any problem after that. Unless they do some modifications, of course. So we go to the main page now, hopefully. Even though it says no image. I'm not sure if it can fix that little one. That's probably the only thing it can't fix. So it will say all those got no photographs when they probably have. That little icon down there, it's part of their code still. So if let's open up that one, UK. And that one hasn't got any photographs. Okay, let's just have a look at a few of them. I don't think it fixes that though. That one. Oh, you have to click the header. No photograph. Maybe they don't have any photographs. Why is it clipped off at the top here though? Looks like it's got some problem with the page sizing or something, is it? Alright, you have to scroll it down that way. Grab the map. There we go. Suddenly more appear. Yeah, let's see. Triangle. And no images. Oh, that's no good. We want ones with images. It always puts it back to the same place, so this has always been a problem too. I haven't found the energy to try and hack that part of it, where you can right click and say open a new browser. Something's wrong there too. I have to fix that up sometime. It's made this super large for some reason. There's another add-on I use, I think. Although it doesn't really matter, does it? Where's open a new tab? It won't scroll up for some reason. No. Let's try that again. Open a new window, new tab, here we go. Finally. And you see this is what happens. Because they're using some code to open by clicking on it when it's hovering. It doesn't work properly. See, they should have allowed for that. They should have allowed for that anyway. What they should have done is in the code, when you click on that, it should be in a new tab anyway. So it doesn't. So you don't lose your place. So if you scroll around on the map, right, it'll always go back to the same place. Oh, here we go. Oh, it looks like it has fixed up these images then. I'm a bit surprised. I thought all of them would have crosses and. Oh, that's pretty a bonus, isn't it? I wasn't expecting that. Sure enough, there is an image there. But now, if we go back, you'll see what happens. It'll go back to UK up the top here. And that's just so annoying. That's why I never use that. Instead of going through all that way, I normally just use the gallery here. That's a lot better way in doing it. And you can see all the images, which may look good. So you can click on that one there, which tells us it's in Tokyo. And what are we looking at? Copyright, space, phenomenon, observation. So it kind of sounds a bit suspect, really, doesn't it? When you got that stuff on a image that you're looking at. So yeah, anyway, I could have done that with Photoshop. See the streaks here. Looks like it's a photograph of a plane cockpit, is it? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what it says in the text. So you can see here when you can sort of suss out which are possibly fake. Once they start posting YouTube links instead of uploading the proper video to MUFON, and you've got all these funny characters and stuff. It's normally a cut and paste job, right? And when you try and read it out, it'll make mistakes because of all those funny characters. It's singing about it.
2016 June 18, 09:25:29 at Tokyo, Japan. A black circular UFO over Tokyo Bay, Tokyo, Japan. Video you can see at https://youtube.be/gytbjoy-l_gufo/UAP. Videos and images are captured by automatic observation and imaging device robot Euro.
So you got what I mean. So someone's trying to plug the YouTube channel. So where does it start? There. So we should be able to right click on that and say go to that we highlighted, which is really handy. But it's good having UFOstalker working again. And there you go, unavailable. So what's that tell you? They got called out on copyright or something. Or they knew it was fake and they got hounded to death. I wish they would put the name of the channel owner so you can click and see what other videos they got. Google make it very limited so you can't figure it out. I guess that would... No, that's the video encryption name here. Could be there we need to go to, maybe. But it just say unavailable instead of giving an error. I think we had it right. Let's have a look. Video unavailable. Even truncating it a wee bit, it's still not finding it. No, so it don't exist anymore. So yeah, it talks about aircraft. I said it looked like a window view of a plane. Could that be long exposure there with the clouds? Could be just contrails. But to me it looks like it's been photoshopped. What's that say there? Let's see, there seems to be some funny shading going on here. And a black dot. It's hardly a UFO, is it? There should be some sort of lighting on that. Anyway, first one debunked. Let's go back. Remember that one with the gill? Said that 8 Tic Tacs flew overhead. Well, now we can see the images. What's happened there? James Franks, what do you think of the 4chan alien? I don't know. You'd have to post a link on our Discord UFO group for us to have a look. And if we think it's worth bringing up on a live stream, we'll bring it up. Unless you're a moderator, you can't actually post links on the side chat. That's why Google's done it. A bit unfortunate though, because we'd like sometimes to allow people to post links and just allow it temporarily, you know. And they need more functionality, I think. So this is the girl that said there was Tic Tacs. Let's recover it again. We've got the lawnmower outside, so hopefully you won't hear it. Noise cancellation sometimes works. Where you speak? Oh, there.
On March 4th, 2020, from 2:37 p.m. till 2:42 p.m., my 8-year-old daughter witnessed multiple, up to 6, Tic Tac-shaped objects flying into view. One Tic Tac object shot to the left, then down, while the second Tic Tac object stayed stationary. Then a third Tic Tac object appeared, then 3 more Tic Tac objects. There may have been more, but the tree line was obstructing her view. All stayed stationary for a moment, then 4 shot out of view, followed by last 2 Tic Tac objects. She said she was at a neighbor's playing outside when she noticed the objects and pointed them out to her friends. She was able to take pictures with her camera, but they shot off before she could take a video.
Okay,
did you see it? Have a comment or question?
Yeah, if you go to the pinned comment, you can get to our link to Discords to join, and then you can post the link there. So yeah, of course there's no video of this, and when we look at the videos, pictures here that she took, probably have to download it really, but maybe we can look at it with the super zoom. And you can see there's little black dots there, I think. I don't think it's on the screen. Nope. So we're only talking about little black pixels. There's no Tic Tacs, not even a plane. Although there could be planes. But you can see there's a few dots here. Let's see if there's any close-ups. Here's another one. There's some more black dots here, 3 of them I think. Now if the bird is flying towards you, it'll look like it's hovering, I guess, and if they're gliding, they could quite easily glide left and right. And from far away they do look like Tic Tacs, I guess, cylinders, because you can't see the wings. So we're talking about an 8-year-old kid here seeing 6 UFOs. Now here's one where we can actually see a bird for sure. Crow or raven. And you can see it's got the wings spread, so it's gliding. But there's no white Tic Tacs there, and you can see the other black dots in the sky. And near the tree where birds hang out. So I don't think we need to waste too much time on this one. Good pictures, just managed to keep a steady hand here. Always got a really good camera. And you can see the black dots are going. Nope, I wasn't meaning to click off. That one we saw. That one we saw. That's the next frame. And the dots got further away. I can see 3 dots. I'm not sure if you can, but there's like 3 dots there. And we got a plane contrail. There you go. So whether she saw birds or general jets, I don't know. But if that's the size of the contrail, you know the plane. It's going to be a few pixels away from it in the front. And like 1 or 2 pixels big, and we're not going to be able to see it. And that's even with super zoom here. Alright. I'm just not going to see it on that type of camera without optical zoom. So that one can be laid to rest, I think. As well. Now, I'm not sure if it's a different case. Kentucky. No, looks like there was some more we missed, There was 2. Looks like the sun faded pretty quickly, didn't it? Suddenly got darker. Right, because the sun's gone behind a cloud. And looks like birds there too, doesn't it? And you've got one that's sort of got its wings close and it's skydiving down. And you can see a lot of crows skydiving. So that's what she must be referring to, I think. Okay, so let's go back to the list again. Let's see if we can find something better. So that's all here. She took a lot of pictures, didn't she? Apparently there's a video link on the MUFON. Which we still can't get access to, the normal MUFON database. But this will do for now. So what have we got in this one here? Rio Grande. How do you say that? I don't know. Yeah, we've got 3 bright lights in the sky. Okay, so that's normally the V shape. It's typical of a plane banking, isn't it? With the wingtip lights and the front landing lights. But to me, that kind of looks like it's been photoshopped. What do you reckon? So let's have a read of what it's saying, because that looks very suspect. And we haven't got a video, but it looks like it. No. So, is it in a foreign language? Cut and paste job? Could be. So that makes it a wee bit more tricky for reading out, doesn't it? So we have to first translate it. I don't know why Google don't auto-translate on the same page. That would make sense, wouldn't it? So this is what I mean about MUFON. In years, they haven't improved things. They got a new manager, but what are they doing with their money? They're not improving the service whatsoever. It's just being wasted on people that are not really fixing the websites. I had to find a workaround for that. They should be paying me. Paul Skinner about their channel should be getting a plug in their newsletter, shouldn't it? Send some traffic my way. Okay, so we want to translate to English. Let's see another page translated show original. Alright, keeps it in place, does it? How did it do that? Oh, that's pretty nifty, and that's something Microsoft has added. It replaced it all with English. Does it read out?
It was the year 1996, was playing tennis in a club of the city of Pelotas, RS, Brazil, where about 9 o'clock at night the dog copyright was very cloudy when a boy next door copyright shouted, pointing at the dog. Was passing behind their very luminous objects, one ahead and two more soon ago. They were very slowly moving down and parallel the clouds, did not emit any sound. They were shaped like a drop. As they moved, they would light up the clouds. Just above the tail was too short, ended up on a wire that in turn would fall apart into sparks and disappear. As they were below the clouds, I calculate that they would be 2,500 to 3,000 meters high and should be 5 to 10 m diameter. They ended up entering the clouds and disappeared. The other day, the appearance was published in the local newspaper after being sighted in several neighborhoods of the city. I attach a montage I did in Photoshop. One of the most interesting things that I later thought copyright was that it was not a moving lighthouse, as is the copyright account of most sightings. It seems that the objects eyed a very white and luminous plasma that deformed with the displacement ending in a small luminous wire.
Okay, this sounds like a cut and paste job, doesn't it? Copyright mentioned every so often. But then again, this could be a translation error, right? So, this is a foreign language, this one. Yeah, I kind of like how Microsoft did that.
Join our new forum to discuss this sighting, breaking news, science and technology, investigative research.
So I don't want it to keep reading. Is it back to normal? No. Oh, well, I've modified the page in place, which is quite good. See, this is what I was telling you about. You can do hacks on the file outputs, and Microsoft's done it here. Instead of opening up a separate tab for the translation, they simply inserted it over top of the section that you wanted. That's pretty clever. So yeah, that one wasn't a real image. As to say, image they've modified to show what they're showing. Again, that could have been just a plane they saw banking, right? Who knows? 1995. So back then you didn't have the apps on your phone where you could just hold up to the sky and it would tell you. I thought it said 1995. Here it says 1996. Maybe I misheard. But anyway, pretty old case being reported now. Why did it take so long for them to report it to MUFON? So let's look at this one. Let's see if there's anything there. So what's in this one? Kentucky. A hotspot for UFOs and paranormal.
Someone took this photo onto of Station 1 in Lexington, Kentucky, and no one can explain what the uniformly symmetrical lights in the sky are. No one even noticed it until I was looking through this album of trucks being dispatched. Just weird and unnatural. Curious if Euro trademark is familiar. Did you see it? Have a comment or question?
So why is there a trademark in that sentence? Because it's yet another copy and paste job. So that one, probably they call up the person and they have be the wrong number or something like that, wrong address. Most of the time. So it looks like it's a fake post. Photoshop, could it be? Could be reflections in a window of some bright lights. It kind of looks like it might be, actually. There's quite a lot of bright lights here. That's what you get from lens flare, isn't it? When you get a lot of bright lights. Puts these little fake lights. So yeah, there's some quite bright white lights here on that image. Let's see, there's two together there, slightly off center. So let's see, you'd have to flip the image. So this would be on the right side. So these ones over here, they'll be from the right side. And these ones will be on the left side. So two bright lights close together there. Now there they are there. 1, 2. 1, 2. And let's see, 1, 2. And then 2 together there. Looks like those two there. So those two look like there, and those ones look like further along. And there should be another light slightly down, and there it is there. So we're seeing lens flare of that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, up there. Okay. Do you want me to download it and show you? And that's why they took a photograph rather than a video, because as soon as you move the video you see those lights moving in sync with these ones down here. So that one's garbage as well. This is what I get disappointed with MUFON. There's so much garbage that people have submitted on purpose. People should know what lens flare is if they take a photograph and later look at it, right? What's this one here? Tokyo going... Well, we just had one that was fake before. And this one's got a lot of errors in it, see that? So this looks like a fake one as well. Device robot. So it's like that same one we saw before with the same explanation. Aerospace for Non-Observatory Center, Tokyo. And it looks garbage. So it's got copyright there. Kind of looks like the sun breaking through clouds there, doesn't it? Just a funny shaped cloud hole where the sun's breaking through. And there you go close up, you can see the edge of the cloud here and there. So that's another waste of time one. It's disappointing, isn't it? So how many of these have we got to go through before we get something that's sort of decent? Garbage, 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 and this one. Where is it? Texas. Looks like an island there though. 2 islands. Is it off the coast of Texas? Okay, there's much description here, is there? Near 61st Street. Lots of pictures, but no explanation. Oh, here we go. And again, we've got some funny characters there. And I went to see the sunset. Seawall sunset was at 7:15. We all witnessed light. Let's have a look. Okay, so what light are we talking about? Okay, we can see there's a lens flare happening. And there's a light here which looks like it could be a sun dog or boat light. What else we got? A dark type looking cloud there, was it? And we've got the lens flare going up there. Looks like there's some birds on the shoreline. Everything in focus right close here, look at that. Which is not where we want the focus to be. We want it to be out here. And that's a problem with smartphones. They have like a wide lens on it. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, looks to me maybe they've edited the first one because the size changed. Looks like they're doing it portrait. Okay, so what do we got? Looks like we got some signs. Lots of signs. Warning, do not go past this. Okay, so light. Again, it kind of looks like a lens flare there on the side. I'm not seeing anything else. So this is why you don't shine your camera at the sun. Creates all these artifacts. So that one looks like it's an artifact as well, a reflection of one of the internal lenses. And if they took a video rather than photographs, they would have seen these 2 dots moving around. So these are just lens flares or camera artifacts. And they're taking it from inside the car as well. So they're going through window as well, probably. So yeah, this is the usual stuff that MUFON gets to deal with. Not terribly exciting. Amateur stuff that people should know about. So that would be lens flare that way, and that would be a reflection of the sun on one of the internal lenses. So that one's busted as well. Busted, busted, busted. Busted. Okay, next one. Hawaii, is it? No. Haywood, California. Okay. Okay, let's see what they're saying.
This craft appeared from SW to NW in a straight to NW flight pattern, glowing like a orb, slightly flickering, no sound, no trail, going into clouds, out of clouds, towards full moon NW, over Hayward airspace colors, just gold and white light, some lavender pinkish rose-colored light, not like conventional aircraft. Did you see it? Have a comment or question?
Okay, she mentioned aircraft there. So let's have a look. Against full portrait, and obviously on a smartphone, and it will have a lot of exposure, overexposure of any light which obscures the real object. So it's a shit way to film UFOs. Yeah. Could be a plane on an angle coming towards us. Let's keep looking. There we go. Of course, the plant's going to be in focus, not the dots. So have they actually got a video? Because if they have, we haven't got access to it. Oh yes, yes we have. We weren't sure about whether the videos were going to work. Is it? Though? Not quite. It's not working. It's showing us the thumbnail of the video. But it's not working. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. And obviously the video's not got access to the video file, get the same error that the video images were, but it's not fixed it because that plugin only fixes images, doesn't fix video links, which is a bit unfortunate. I'm not sure how you do that though. Anyway, a Tifford. What are you talking about? What's a Tifford? Triffid. Anyone want to analyze what Blue Chicken's saying? Triffid. Is that a plant? Isn't that from one of those horror movies where the plants shoot poison at people and start to put their roots over them and start eating them? I thought it had an A in it though. Triffid. Anyway. Yeah, sci-fi movie as well. Don't see how you see that as a triffid. So it could be a light of anything really, and we can't play the video. And I haven't managed to hack that bit to get around it. Record video. Capture fragment, visible part of page. Notice it is a player thing, but I think that copy link, cast media to device, video capture. What else we got? Web select, not sure what that is. Block elements. Yeah, let's copy link. See where it goes. Maybe we've got around it. Hey, we've got it working. Now let's play. here. Looks like it's planned. Can't hear anything. We can even download it now. Any dots there? Can't see anything. Shouldn't that be going along the bottom? Along the bottom, mate. Bottom. I'm not sure if it's working. Okay, I thought I hacked it. Let's download it, see what happens. Uh, 40-second delay kind of makes my comments out of context. And caused me checking it not so quickly as well. Yes, we saw your plant. I write the plant on the other photograph. Yes. Now I get you. Did it have an A in it? Triffid? Maybe I'm wrong. Triffid, probably wrong. My spelling sucks anyway, as you know. Download, open file. Here it goes. Yeah, it's going to be on the wrong screen. Hey, it's working. Now we're about to see your Triffid. Let's see if I can get it over. So we are getting progress here. Was that the Triffid? Is that the one you're talking about, or was it not that one? Okay, so let's just play it. And you can see the quality on the smartphone is terrible. It could be a plane far away. And this is why you need to use the apps at the same time on your phone, right? You can, as I've proven, you can see a plane quite happily, especially in broad daylight, up to 100 kilometers. So now, if you've got lights on the plane, you should be able to see that even further. And of course, that movement, we don't know if it's that moving or the people moving, but it's more likely the person moving, right? Because it's not on tripods. So that could be a star, because stars blink. Okay, now we've got some reference point. Here's your Triffid. That one there. Oh yeah, so it sort of has a regular blinking going on there, which seems to match up with aircraft strobe lights. Where's it disappear to? Again, this one would have to be plugged into Flight Tracker, which you need to know the date, time, and get all that sort of correct. Am I mistaken, or was there some red flash in that as well? I'm definitely seeing... where's it gone to? Low cloud there, I think. I think it's a cloud bank, I think. Let's just go back again. Looks clear there. Right, you can see a cloud approaching it. Even though it's sort of hazy. And it's getting thicker. It's gone inside cloud or cover, I think. That's what the problem we had when I was doing Skywatch here. You could hear the planes, but you couldn't see it because it was going through the clouds. It's hard to know unless we check out on the timestamps on the flight path. And you got a bright light there. Could be that that bright light they're sitting next to is actually blinding the camera, and that's why it disappeared as well. And the bright light over here, it's changing the auto exposure, so we can't now see the light. So California, wasn't it? Let's see if we can enhance it. Where's the proper thing? Is it that one? Yep, press that one. Oh, that's chat window. We don't want that one. Okay. Screaming, the Triffids. Yeah. Alright, so video. Let's see what we can do with it. Brightness. What's that one say? Oh, here we go. Ah. Come on. Okay, we've got brightness. Saturation. Let's turn that right up. Might be able to see some colour then. Now we can see there's a power line above. You can see how much we could brighten that light there. Hue, brightness. Looks like it's going to cloud, isn't it? The cloud cover there, popped out and going. Some cloud there. And we lose it in the clouds. Why do people always film it with one eye? You know, this is portrait, this one eye. You could always do landscape. Even though it's hard to hold your phone, it's well worth it. Something at the end there, looks like they gave up. So yeah, what else can we do? Sharpen it. Crops. Color extraction. Now let's play around with that to see what we can do with that. It does make it stand out, but let me move that one. Alright, you have to click ticket first. What else can we do? Negate. What's that one do? Different color filters. It's not as good as doing it in the other package I use. Anyway, probably enough for that one. We probably could try to suss out the location, but I really hate doing that on live debunks. Generally it's best off to do it offline. Okay. Well, at least we worked out how we can get the video working too. At least we know there's a video there now, because it puts the image thing. So you just have to open it, copy link and paste it to a new tab. Or if it's got it, open link in a new tab. It won't scroll up now. That's because it's part of the player code, but looks like it. But anyway, we know how to get around it. So whereabouts is it? California, yeah. So that's further up, isn't it? Not far from the airport, isn't it? So let's bring up the normal map. Why does it do that? Search. Here we go, and we want maps. And now we got a bridge. So could it even be a car light on a bridge that they're filming? And if we zoom out, whereabouts are we? Alright, so it's at the lower half of San Fran, not the upper half. I thought it was up here. So, yeah, there's near a bridge. Could it possibly be a car going across the bridge? Okay. And it's at... Alright, I was meant to put in the airport. Let's go back. Let's find the nearest airport. So how can we do that? Well, we're going to type that in and say to Air Force Base, maybe. Okay. And we got one on the coastline, is it? So that would be in the right distance away, wouldn't it? Pillar Point Air Force Station. Has it got a runway there? Looks like it could be for small planes. There you go, it's a fairly big airport, isn't it? And I see there's a mountain range in the way, and what we thought was low cloud was probably it going downwards. And it got to a certain altitude where they don't see it anymore. So what do you reckon, guys? I reckon if they had the app running, it may have told them the plane number, but being military, most likely they had the call sign off, so the app wouldn't help them. But yeah, we got that mountain ridge here. Whereabouts was the bridge that we saw? Where is the bridge? There. So let's see, which way were they looking? Let's try and figure it out. Which way was it going? Over 500 feet, so 1,000 feet below probably. This craft appeared to southwest to northwest. Southwest to northwest. So it was going that direction. Okay, so it's near a bridge. And we got a mountain range here. So they're watching it go possibly from the airport there, heading over this way, and then going north. And look, you got the mountain range here. As soon as it went to the high cloud, would have disappeared, wouldn't it? You always get cloud over mountain ranges. Mount Diablo, was it? Oh god, the demon. Hey, let's try an airport. Just see if I put all the airports on there for us. And sure enough, there's the international airports, and it's heading that way towards the airport. So it's probably going to be a commercial plane then in that case. And they're seeing it go this way. Yeah, I thought there was a lot of plane runways around here. Oh, look how big that one is. Huge. So there, probably the app would have solved it. Normally I would plug it in, do the hard work, but I won't do it on the slideshow because it's going to take too long to prove it, that it's a plane. Anyway, all you have to do is use Plane Finder. You can do it on your computer. I've got links to various ones here already. Live flight tracker. I think that one's flight tracker Plane Finder. Always goes to your own location, of course. And you also got... Now, the tricky part of using the apps after the event is that you have to convert the time zone into UTC time. And if you get that wrong, it always puts this over Europe. Yep. So yeah, it looks like we're back to normal again. COVID. It's amazing all that flying around, and I think there was only one plane crash recently, wasn't it? China. I think there may have been another one too. 2 plane crashes. But they haven't been flying around that long, have they, since the lockdown restrictions reduced? So maybe they haven't been keeping up with the maintenance. Okay, so these ones will be over here somewhere. California. I want San Fran. Where's San Fran? Diego. Yeah, I thought it was. As you can see, it uses a wee bit of CPU. Los Angeles. Where is it? Here somewhere, wasn't it? Over there? Was it between the 2 mountain ranges? Anyway, you'd have to then use the playback function. Unfortunately, they only give you 7 days. When was this one done? Yes, we could plug it in. Start of the year, isn't it? Yeah. So you'd have to buy a gold membership or better to be able to suss that one out anyway. So I haven't got that function, so that's put the damper on that. And all of them only offer you up to a year playback in time. But we better do January. How many months is that back now? 4. So but unfortunately I haven't got a gold membership. So that one we can't do much more with it anyway. But clearly it's going to be a plane. So let's go back again. And that was that one. Was that the same case? I don't remember seeing that photograph. Yep. Yeah, it is. I don't remember seeing that one. Did I not scroll it? That's interesting. It's not showing up. We're getting it here, but not on that other page. That one there. It's not there, is it? So that's kind of weird. That looks like another bug. We could probably open it up into a new tab. Oh, chose the wrong one. Need to open image, not link. Open. Here we go. Should give it error and then reload properly, which it's done. Oh yeah, we have seen that one. You're so Triffid. Is it Triffid? Okay, let's just check the spelling up on that. Triffid, you said. Maybe you got it right. I thought it had an A in it. But no, looks like you're right. Day of the Triffids. Yes, this was a good sci-fi, wasn't it? That was a really good one. And how they managed to figure out how to kill it. Hey, what's happened? Okay. Thought we ran into another problem. Okay, we've got one in snowy place. Hella, where's that? Looks like in the middle of nowhere. Okay, looks like it might be over Ukraine, is it? Okay, what we got here? Snow mountain, looking pretty dirty. Looks like it could be a person standing there. Where the cursor is. It could be a dot in the sky. I think it could be a dot in the sky there. Another blurfo dot that we're used to in ufology. Come on.
We went to a glacier. I took some photos and found these objects in the sky. It looks like they're a Euro trademark S2 objects. I never saw them while I was there. No sounds, obviously. Very strange.
Yeah, sounds like it's been auto-translated, maybe? Because it had some funny characters here. So this one we probably need to download. And the way you do that is... save image link. Normally. If we can. Now what's going on? Save image as. And it should bring down that funny name, but why has it got HTML on the end? It doesn't look right, does it? It should be JPEG or something. Let's I put a new tab. And what's the name of it there? JPEG. Okay. Save image as. JPEG. So obviously it's something to do with that extension fix I got. Where if you open it a tab, it fixes the linkage. I suppose you could rename JPEG on the end. But at least I got it working right. Out of 8 billion people in the world, I'm the only one that's able to use it. Unless they watch my show and duplicate. Hey, who took my mojo? Haven't seen you around for yonks. I thought maybe COVID had got you. How's it going, man? You must be pumping up the age too, like me. What is that, 65 now you are? That's so dedicated to ufology, but yet so underappreciated. You're so right, man. But what can you do about it? You know, I've tried to get some guests on, and they just won't reply to me. So someone's put some dirt out there on me, probably. Alright, so we've got some downloads here, but I'll do it the other way. Yeah, I didn't think you followed me anymore, Mojo. Anyway, Mojo is one of the videos that I still believe is a legit sighting that he recorded of the alien grey inside the UFO, and also on the outside. Yeah, just keep on going. Have you seen my new sky watching project? Who do I want? What, to be on interview? I've tried Lou Elizondo. I've tried Dave Scott. I tried to see if he wanted to talk about my experiences. So I said I'd be really good and not talk about anything else apart from the experiences. And he wasn't so keen on having me. I said, look, what I talk about to be so interesting that you'll probably want me on for a second time or third. I think people are just scared of me because I speak my mind and I call a spade, so you know, they're a bit worried that I might talk about security or something and they start losing subs. But yeah, I said I would try to avoid the subject, but the reason I started my channel in the first place is because I saw security and the nonsense that people were believing in. And Mojo is probably the only sky watcher out there with credibility where he didn't actually offer it to Tyler or Third Phase to try and get the view counts going and the subs and all that. There's very few people like us out there that's dedicated to the truth itself rather than money making. Although we need money to cover the costs of things, so it's like a catch-22. But I try and fund it out of my pocket where I can. But yeah, most of the time, if we ain't got people on the side chat, it does sort of put you off. Keep on going because we haven't got enough people that's new in the field watching my stuff and learning from it, which is kind of a shame. Yeah, so I'm not sure if Mojo's caught anything recently. I haven't seen any of his posts up. But yeah, definitely the camera tech's getting better. And if he would follow my lead, you never know what you get and you'd have it really documented really well. I mean, you'd have... Generally what I'd do is I'd be doing it from a base camp and doing remote control like I'm currently doing. That way you can put your tripod anywhere on the edge of the swamp and stuff and actually be controlling it up to 100 meters away. 100 feet, I mean. Maximum length of LAN cable. Don't use Wi-Fi unless you really want to, but LAN cable's the way to go, and that way you won't get interference. And you can run your power cable that distance too, as long as you've got a grunty enough power supply that will do it. But we found out that you probably could run it off a car battery and just leave for a couple of days probably. Or actually probably 50 amps of a car battery. Probably better run it all week non-stop of a car battery. Just get another battery and hook it up 12 volts, away you go. But yeah, I can do that sort of thing because I got some self-learning in electronics, computer coding, as you know, computer hacking, as you've seen today. I got UFOstalker going. Okay, I hope you didn't. How did your study go? You went to university, didn't you? I hope to do my New Zealand Skywatch sometime this week. Looks like we might have the final parts in the post. It's in the country, it said. So the strap to strap it down to the table is almost here. For these cameras, you don't need more than Cat 5. But I kind of like Cat 5e upwards, so you can do 1 gigabit. Unless you got a 4K. So I haven't seen any Cat 6 or Cat 8 cable, which has more shielding in it, which would be ideal. Especially if UFOs send out interference. But I'm pretty sure they're about to shut down cameras anyway. And they're about to blind them, you know, a bit like USA does, right? USA sends up a laser beam to the spy satellites and blinds them as they're passing over, so they can't see what's going on. I'm pretty sure UFOs could do the same thing, right? If they didn't want you to film them, of course. And your project, what's up there? 10 episodes so far. We started off with a basic smartphone on a remote control tripod and progressed from there. I decided to bite the bullet and put more debt on my credit card to buy a night vision camera that you use for security for home, and I've been modifying it to be on a tripod that you can have above the house roof line. But basically you could take it anywhere on the road with you. You screw it all together. It's quite heavy though. And you could run it off battery, or you could run it off mains power. And cable or Wi-Fi. You got the best of both worlds, but or you could do a combination. But we found out if it goes to Wi-Fi, which can get up to 300 megapixel, if it detects that, it switches off the LAN one, and then once it starts putting the load onto the Wi-Fi, it breaks down and it freezes. Then it switches back to the LAN cable. So generally I turn off the Wi-Fi completely once I got the cable connected. But we can actually see the planes flying in the sky. That's visible. Not many, less as military, of course. And also we can see what satellites are passing over top, or on the same screen. So basically what you do is the camera is actually recording high quality to the internal SD cards, so you got a copy there. Plus you can capture your control screen and your tracking screen information to a hard drive, or do it live show like I was doing. Do it to a live show. And that way you got a copy that you can always go back and see where the lights were compared to what's on the star map and plane finder. But that's the way we need to do it, and that's the way people will believe you too. And you can always set up an extra cameras on the same tripod if you balance it right too. Or just get another tripod, but we're talking about hundreds and hundreds of dollars, so it depends how dedicated you are. Old dog cameras are better. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing that definitely the digital night vision one's superior to anything I've had previously. But there's no reason why you can't have multiple cameras going. This is the idea. The more cameras you got going, looking in all directions at the same time, you can just put it all together then. And the complete scene around you. And plus I've got a compass, so I can know which direction I'm pointing to all the time. Give or take a few percent of errors, of course. But smartphone was using magnetic field, so if that went crazy on the screen, you know you got some interference from a UFO. So that would be really great to see. To see the compass spinning around while the UFO's coming closer and closer. That would all add up to something abnormal. So yeah, you can just check it out. If you want to come on voice, I can set it up for you. If you want to come and chat and talk about what you're doing, if you want to. This is a pretty good camera. I take my time in picking cameras, and this one was pretty good for $160 US. And of course you got to tune the filters on it. Don't stick with the defaults. You got to tune the color and color mix with the. So it's color night vision. damn good. Okay, this saves us talking back and forth here on the side chat. People probably can't see it there, but I highlighted the comments. Anyway, I'm probably the only one that's really sticking to research and fact finding. Everyone else is interviewing other people all the time and causing drama. Me, I'm just looking at UFO videos and calling them out as bunk or possible, but not enough information to go on generally. But we have caught a new video. We got a video from another Skywatcher in UK. Man, it's pretty good. Definitely a UFO. So not sure if you've been keeping up what's been going on. Don't need that now. Don't need that. Yeah, so if you go to my videos, that's our current live show here at the moment, and that's a new intro I did. I'll just play the intro, beginning of it. That's what I did last night, up to midnight actually. From space and time comes the Out There channel. Clips from 2017 to 2022.
My name is Dr. Eric Norton, and I have worked as an outside consultant for the NSA and NASA.
Okay, so I start off with my earliest one, which was exposing security as a faker. And then I put other clips, merged other clips in as we go through the thing. And the next one is on STS-48.
The missile could have been shot from a F-14.
So we analysed that footage where they claim they shot a missile at a UFO. And I'll show you some of my path analysis I did to try and suss it out. And then I show some various clips from my other documentaries, so some of the better ones. So Townsend Brown research, and then Tesla one, and hopefully that improves things. And also my theories on Egyptian light bulb, whether it was possible or not, whether they had the technology back then to understand it. And then we move on to Earl Grey's story about his mum and the underground base that she visited several times. A mile underground and somewhere in the desert and over near California. Apparently she met Von Braun, and maybe it was underground there, where they talked about aliens and UFOs. So it's a great story if you've not listened to that one. And it was like a city underground. And it's quite interesting what Earl Grey was saying. And here's my camera. So my camera's on top of a post that I can extend half a meter at a time to screw it together. It's quite heavy, this camera. You notice I've got it mounted upside down, so it can only skywatch. You can see horizon all the way straight above. And you can see it's a fairly big camera. And as you know, the bigger the lens, the better. And this is what that project that they're talking about. Remember having the biggest lenses possible and watching the sky with telescopes. Well, using the biggest lenses, the biggest type security cameras. Remember, there's little mini cams you can get for a household, but these ones are proper ones you mount on street posts and stuff, right?
Trying to work out.
And it has 20 times zoom as well, which is optical zoom, and it has intermediate digital zoom, and it sort of adds it all together, which is kind of interesting how it does it.
The map.
So we got a compass. I use a smartphone on the tripod. I made a modification of a tray, and the smartphone lays face upwards, and it just moves the compass, runs a compass app so we can see which direction the camera's facing, based on the tracking software and also the satellites. But yeah, you can go and watch all that. And we actually did manage on episode 10 finally to capture a plane passing in the sky. Somewhere here, I think it was.
That will correct itself.
There it is. So we managed to catch a contrail, and we're zooming in.
What do you call it?
But unfortunately,
We'll try in the sky.
I couldn't zoom in enough at the time to get maximum zoom. But I later enhanced it in video editing software. You can see the tail fin and the wings, which generally you don't get on a lot of these UFO sites. And then I think I wrapped up with something else. What was it? Right. Dorothy Isaac. The one that could claim that she could hold a camera and capture UFOs while other people around her weren't capturing anything. So I was analysing this photograph here with the one that they're claiming was a Bigfoot, and I said, look, there's the chair that she's sitting in, with Hynek sitting in it. They're claiming this is a Bigfoot and a UFO, right? But you can see it's her leg here, and there's the arm of the chair that they're sitting in before, and the image is just inverted. What do you call it? Mirrored. You can see it's her. When I analyse it, you can see here and see her arm coming up here, and she's holding a camera in the middle here.
It's the chair, so that...
But anyway, she's a fraud, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, that's the last bit I put on there of some of the recent episodes. I'm not sure why people are not interested in seeing what I've got to do. And I sort of draw her face. It looks like she's got a moustache there, though. And yeah, got to the end. So that's the new 28, is it? Minutes intro, is it? 28 minute, which is quite long, but I don't expect people to watch right to the end. But anyway, let's find that video of the UK thing. I've got it on my regular intro. You see me zoom in, but I've actually got a playlist now. Should better find it that way. Called the best cases according to Paul. Mojo is one of them. And this other person that wants to remain anonymous is another one. Where is it? So there's the Skywatch one. It's got 14 episodes in it. Some of the other episodes are little short ones showing the camera being built and all that. Here we go. Best legit UFO footage according to Paul. So yeah, just play that. And I have Mojo there. And I have this one here. I need to stop it though so I can see the thumbnail. Going live. So the thumbnail's got a picture of what he captured. 2 frames from the video was all I was allowed to share. This is something that you've been trying to capture, I know, Mojo. So we got one where the saucer is actually slightly tilted towards us, and you can see it's definitely a classic flying saucer. That's my enhancement, so you can actually see some of the whiteness there is actually vapor from cloud moisture, and this is a side view of it. So once it's tipped up, so this underneath here, this white stuff is actually vapor, and when it's on its side it's flat bottom, but you can see it's got a hat, classic saucer, and it's actually got a doorway here. And in some of the other frames you could actually see this, that it seemed to have some vapor pouring out of the doorway. Looks like there, and this thing was spinning all over the place, unlike any balloon. It was like it was out of control, and looks like they had a fire that they were venting outside here. And in the time you got to the very end of the video, the thing just zoomed off. It just disappeared in a blink of an eye. So this to me is an original case. The guy will not release it for his own reasons. He sent it to MUFON. MUFON also validated it, but they didn't get images like I did out of it. Unfortunately, we can't share it. Better than anything the Navy's put out, right? And better than any of the fraud channels, UFO channels out there have managed to get their hands on. So, and of course, no one can do image filtering like I have here for some reason. I don't know why. Although I only showed Robert what I was doing on a private chat, Robert managed to obtain the frames and the videos for us, and yeah, go check out that playlist and have a watch of that, and the second one where I do some more enhancements, where he talks to this guy that claims that he was abducted, Michael Cameron. Although I was a wee bit suspect of that guy, because he didn't have any drawings that he could show on the show. He said you'd have to see my book. So that sort of ruins it for me when someone starts talking about books and movie deals, and it ends up being another Travis Walton case, right? Oh, I need to go there. So yeah, go and check it out. I should have copied the list, I suppose. Now I think about it. Where was it? I'll post it in the side. But people don't see this because they get all upset about me debunking stuff and exposing Tyler, their favourite Skywatcher. What would you call Tyler? He's not had any experiences like we have. He's not even seen a UFO or alien like we have. And yet he's got 2 million followers, and they hang on every 10-minute video that he puts out. It's just crazy, wasn't it? Paul, I missed an infrared video capture showing a UFO zoomed off by seconds. Okay. Well, if you got anything that you want to properly analyse by someone like myself, you know where to send it. Get on my Discord group, see the pinned comment for a link to it, and we can talk more there and share stuff directly there as well. Drives a truck, captures some unusual stuff. He's a nice guy. Okay, Blue Chicken, you know what to do. You need to get on Discord there and start sharing, and then we can do a show later. This one in UK, he saw it in the sky and he thought this thing was flying all over the place, in this really stiff wind. It was flying against the wind, he said. And so he got out his camera, and believe it or not, it's one of these new phones that has optical zoom. But it's only got 2 times optical zoom on it. So he used the optical zoom, and he managed to get 4 seconds, only 4 seconds of video that's meant to have the frames where you can actually see what's inside the overexposure. And if you run it through filter and stuff, it's really good. Unfortunately, he wouldn't give us the proper original video, so I couldn't actually confirm it, but I know that MUFON has the original video and have verified that the frames that I've got, those 2 frames, are from the actual video. So they tried to make money off it. They said it was a misunderstanding. They tried to put it up in their symposium after analysing it, and then put it in the UFO magazine, and he stopped it straight away, which is a bit of a shame. This would have been like Disclosure 2018 maybe, just after the Nimitz stuff came out, and apparently this guy's a debunker. Maybe that's why he doesn't want it released. Maybe he doesn't even believe his own footage, so I don't know. That's kind of crazy. But anyway, it's good to get that much from a person that doesn't want it shared. At least it adds to your video and my own experiences now since I've been in this field. All I can say is there's more going on. As you know, I was visited by not only alien greys, but also tall whites now. And me, the skeptic, the debunker. Now, I'm pretty sure aliens have a reason. And of course, the story's quite big, been ongoing, and it's kind of a bit hard for me to explain it. But I was willing to give Dave Scott my whole new breakdown of what's been going on, and he's not interested, so yeah, he could have got the exclusive there, the updates to the videos I made. So maybe I'll just put it up on my own channel sometime. But anyway, yeah, time's flying on. 5 o'clock already. So yeah, I was just trying to, also I've tried to ask T-Bay MUFON to come on. He's in Canada. He said maybe, but he's always too busy. I want to know how he got into it, and some of his best MUFON cases he's had, which is kind of he would be a good guest on. And of course, Robert's still not come back. He's still got friends with him that don't like UFO stuff, and he can't sit there and talk about it while they're in the house, apparently. So he said he's researching some stuff too, and he doesn't want to talk about it until he's finished it, but he reckons he's come across a cover-up in the UK of these UFOs over the channel. Well, between Ireland and Wales. As you know, there's a Welsh triangle there. A small channel that's suppressed by Google. You're seeing what Google does to me. Every time I get a new sub, pretty much the next day it's removed again. Or they take away some other sub. It's been going like this for a whole year now. So while everyone else is up to 5,000 subs, I'm still stuck on 2,500. It's sort of crippled me, you know. As you know, Gufon did that big attack on me. I'm not sure if you actually heard what he was saying about me and all that a year ago. But he did that unneeded attack on me, character attack on me, and also my co-hosts. And of course, them to leave the channel. He caused a lot of mayhem, goof on, and you wonder why I don't like the guy. And he called me names and all sorts of stuff which was untrue, which could have caused more damage than needed, like pedo comments, and he was getting all his fans to repeat what he was saying in comments and stuff, or add to it, which was not needed. Yeah, I just attack what they say, expose lies, and I don't attack their characters. I don't call them fat or skinny or ugly, because I just think that's not professional. So yeah, I'm on Rumble. Yes, I'm on Rumble. I'm also on Tshirt. I've tried lots of different alternatives. Some of them have disappeared again. Some of them were better code than YouTube even, and they disappeared. This just goes to show the power of YouTube and the big corporations, and they can control the banks. And these other ones disappeared because they couldn't get the money working, because the banks were blocking it. There's a lot of dirty stuff out there. I'm on there. I just searched the Out There channel. You can see here my stats here. I should have got rid of that first. Hang on. My stats are updated here on a daily basis, and you can see YouTube subs are still stuck around 25. BitChute has gone up 10 in the last couple of weeks, which is good. Rumble dropped a couple. It was at 475 at one stage. When I did my debunks on security team, I lost them. So obviously they're not up to speed on the truth, like we are here. So yeah. Conflict radio. Not sure of them. So true. I will sub you on Rumble. Well, all the links are in the pinned comment. There's also a thing called Link. What's it called? Plex set it up, but I can never remember it. Link something dot, and that's got the initials of the channel, TOC. The Out There TOTC. But yeah, just use the web page that will be on there. I think he's added it there as well. But yeah, I suppose we should look at some more of this. MUFON now got it going with the hacks. Now we can actually see the images that they were hiding. Everybody thought that you have to be a paying member to see. No, it's just they've made a real mess of something. Apparently, they haven't updated the database for ages now while they're trying to repair it. So they'll probably put access denied on blocking UFOstalker to read, but really, if they're mucking around with a database, normally you keep a copy of the original one, which is working, and then you make a copy of it, and then you modify that one with the new fields and stuff, in case it goes wrong. Which I believe it may have gone wrong. I don't know, or maybe they're just stopping people putting their reports in until they've fully got it up and running. There's something going on there in MUFON that obviously they're keeping it on the quiet. But people think it's very suspicious that maybe they want to put a paywall on it, so people have to pay a monthly fee to get access. So what's this one with the truck here? Hey, I'll catch you on Rumble, if not YouTube, if not on Discord. If you join Discord, you can talk to us on voice, even. But we should do an update interview, I reckon. Great to see you too. Take care. And we'll just finish up here with a few more of these pictures. And at the moment I feel pretty okay because the pills that I take that make me sick are starting to wear off now. The pills that fix my eyes make me sick. So you can't win. So I wasn't sure whether I was going to do a show today, but when I was mucking around with the code, and I thought, oh, right, I might as well do a show and get it up, promoted about, so people can actually use UFOstalker again if they follow my method. So let's have a read of what he's saying here. Why is it not scrolling? Should be read. Oh, right, we're on the wrong web page. Right, yeah, we're downloading that, weren't we? We'll come back to that one too. See, that's what happens when people drop in on the side chat. You lose direction. Alright, see ya, Mojo. Thanks for dropping by, and also for people that want to join on the side chat, more than welcome to disagree with me or fight with me, as long as you don't troll me and promote yourself. That's all good. Okay, we're doing this one here. Whereabouts was the truck one? Because that one looked quite interesting. Yeah, I'm not too sure what page it was on. I'll just copy it here. That way we got it next. We'll do that one next and wrap up for the day. There we go. And we want to do this one with the glacier. Whereabouts is it though? Is it Canada? Search the web. Whereabouts is it? No, not New Zealand. Can't be. Don't believe it. Getting a bit dry in the mouth actually. That's really a bit confusing, that location. IS. What's that stand for? Well, look at the names here. So Oddie. IS. What's that stand for? Iceland. And it's type IS and nope. MAPS maybe. It's gone to New Zealand. What country's IS? Let's try Oddie. Oddie. Okay, now we're looking in the right place. Small town. Where is it? On the shores of the river Yitriranga. between. I don't know. I can't read that. Obviously, it's Eastern map. Now we're cooking. Alright, look at this. Almost looks like a meteorite impact. So whereabouts is it? Lots of green. Still don't know where it is. Iceland. Okay, IS. That's weird. Why isn't it IC then? Right. There it is. I forgot it's on the main page. Iceland. Look at that. We found it the hard way. Duh. Paul, what's he doing? Man. I'm just tired, guys. Yeah. Looks like they got a runway there. Or something crazy. What is that? Racetracks? I don't know. Rivers? Looks like a racetrack. Big on horse racing, maybe? Yeah, so there's a picture that they wanted us to look at. That one there. So let's open that sucker up. So where is it? They say there, I think. Now resize it and see what we think. It looks like a hole in the cloud, doesn't it? Thick overcast, and it's just a hole in the cloud. Is that what they're seeing? I don't know. I don't know if you guys can maybe find something in it. Definitely a person there, isn't it? There. Alien looking at them. Let's have a look at this thing here. It's a person. Resize. And it looks like they're looking up in the sky above them. Doesn't it? Looks like they're looking up. Okay. So, could they have been mistaken about a hole in a cloud? What else we got? Anything? Now we can even see its hole with the super zoom now. Suppose it looks a bit pixelated though. That's why you got to use the editor. It uses special algorithms to zoom in without pixelization. But yeah, there's nothing there as far as I can see, guys. Apart from that. It does kind of look strange though. Has to be hot, coal in the clouds, surely. Can't see it being anything else. What do you think out there? It's not got any symmetrical stuff to it. So I thought maybe it could be a kite. Triangle shape going on there. Yeah, it looks like it's edge of cloud all the way around there, doesn't it? What's the description? Let's have a read of it going. That one. What was the description? Object, wasn't it? Wasn't much of a description. I took some pictures and found these objects in the sky. Looks like there are two objects, which is what we're looking at, two objects. Never saw them while I was there. Okay, so they didn't see it with their own eyes, which is often the case, right? And we can see by the zoom in enhancement that that's just a cloud, hole in the cloud. Just shows how dense that cloud is, even though it doesn't look like it. Okay, let's have a look at that truck one now. And we'll leave it there, I guess. But it's good going back over MUFON stuff again. I used to do it on a weekly thing. And people used to like going over the MUFON cases because it's something different that's not on what's happening here. Too easy. What's happened here? Bragg, go get some. Okay. We don't want that on the screen. If you're doing with your life, what are you doing with your life? Well, we're not wasting it, hopefully. Anyway, try to be civil, don't try to be disgusting, and you won't get booted from the channel. Okay, we'll wrap up on this one here, and we know we've got plenty of other old images to go over for future weeks to come. So what are we looking at in this one? Lots of power cables and phone lines and high mast light there. Okay, so let's see what he's going to say. He's got a bit of talking here.
I'm a delivery driver in the southern New Mexico region. Over time, you tend to see strange things on the road. But this time, I was making a delivery, driving from Las Cruces to Deming. On the mountains just before you get to Deming, I saw what I thought was a strange-looking radio or flight tower. But as I was passing the mountains, I realized the object wasn't moving with the mountains as I passed. I got all the way to Deming, and as I got into town, I watched the whole time, and it was a stationary large chrome object with no attachments, no sound or anything. A few other people were stopped looking at it. I grab a photo, but my phone isn't the best, so the photo is blurry.
The life of being a ufologist for spud cams. Okay, so I didn't see anything on that one. So I guess this is the blurry image. And there does seem something in that one. So let's see if we can download it. We tried to save it last time and it said the wrong thing. So first of all, open it up in the image tab. and then save it from there. Be good to get an image like we did with that one with the Mexican type hat UFO. But I think MUFON would probably not have it available to make money off it. They'd have it open, pending further investigation, generally what they do, and then they promote it in their magazine and symposium and make money off it. Which is pretty bad, really. You think stuff like that would go straight to Fox News, say, oh, MUFON here, we got something we believe is legit. And then Fox News consider showing all those fake ones and Navy ones, so they'll have some decent stuff to look at. Yeah, so we got this one now to look at. See what we can make of it anyway. Could be legit, this one, or misidentified. Because it's near wires, it's always a wee bit suspect, you know. It could be hoaxing too. So you got this wire here. So could this guy be hoaxing, or could he be misidentified? We'll grab a little portion of it first and have a look. Kind of looks like a tic-tac or blimp at the moment. It's pretty bad. He's not wrong. Could it be something attached to the wire? See, I don't like these ones when you got wires. Could be something thrown around the wire. And he could be pranking us, of course, because we don't know the guy. Let's do some colour swap on it and see if anything pops out. Okay. Does look unusual, doesn't it? It doesn't look like it's a shoe over a power line, but it does look like it's sort of mylar coloured, so it could be a balloon or metallic craft. But it's terrible. That's quite interesting how it's got similar coloration there as to here. Doesn't look like any UFO that I've seen. See, they do have robots that they mount on wires that go along the wire and photograph it. And then they check to see if there's any corrosion. So it could be one of these robot wire things. Checkers. And that could be the spool on the end that winds it slowly along to the other side. And it has hooks normally, it goes over. And it could be a cable checker. It could also be a blimp. Looks like it could be a tail fin. Looks like it's got something underneath here. Could be an advertising blimp. What do you reckon? It's a bit of a tricky one. Let's see if we can sharpen it. You think he could get more pictures off than that, though. It's kind of suspicious. Why didn't he do a video? Even if it had flown away, why didn't he do a video off the same location? So it was flying across here and then vanished there. Where's photo? Let's improve that. Okay, can we see any detail on it now? See, we're getting a lot of compression artifact noise. It's certainly strange looking. Looks like there could be something going up here. It could be rolled shutter issue. Kind of looks like a plane there, doesn't it? So we just assume that this brightness here is reflection. Could be a tail, could be wings. Could be some strange type of plane that they saw. Again, this is where you need the flight radar data at the same time. Yeah, so yeah, not sure on this one. This one will have to be unknown at this stage. Doesn't look like a blimp there, does it? Could be an RC thing. Okay, so what was the original colour again? There. So, is that flash part off the top of the craft? And you can see we've gone from there to the other enhancement. It looks pretty crap. Okay, so what did he say about it again? Now we've had a good look at it. I just want to see what he said again about it. Where's read aloud disappear to? Read selected. That doesn't work anymore. Oh, right. I just remembered. It's probably on this other browser. Yep, I got the wrong browser. The one that doesn't have read aloud. Okay. Now that makes more sense. There we go.
I'm a delivery driver in the southern New Mexico region. Over time, you tend to see strange things on the road. But this time, I was making a delivery, driving from Las Cruces to Deming. On the mountains just before you get to Deming, I saw what I thought was a strange-looking radio or flight tower. But as I was passing the mountains, I realized the object wasn't moving with the mountains as I passed. I got all the way to Deming, and as I got into town I watched the whole time, and it was a stationary large chrome object with no attachments, no sound or anything. A few other people were stopped looking at it. I grab a photo, but my phone isn't the best, so the photo is blurry.
So annoying, isn't it? Not the best, you can say that again. But you could have taken lots more photographs and we could have overlaid it. More photographs, the better. Why would you only take one? It doesn't make any sense to me. And you try and get closer to it and see if you can really make out. Wouldn't you just stop what you're doing and simply head towards the direction that's going? And if it was a UFO and the only thing you've seen all your life that looks like alien craft, why would you only take one photograph? It makes no sense to me. So a wee bit suspect in that sense. So could it be a drone? Yes, it could be. Could be an RC plane. Yes. Could be a advertiser blimp. Yes. Or it could be a line checker that's moving along the telephone wires there. Or it could be a milo balloon that's sort of stuck on the side. We're only seeing the side of the milo balloon, and it's actually got a piece of fishing wire there, and it's just blowing around underneath that telephone cable. But there's nothing to suggest from what he's showing us here that it's an alien craft. So yeah, it's possibly a milo balloon. If we type in cable robot, let's see if anything matches it. Telephone cable robots, and should be able to see some of what they're using. There we go. Does it look like this thing here? Fiber optic robots. So what they do is they string a fiber optic cable along a power cable. Pretty thin wires there though. Funny looking thing, that one. So if you photograph that from far away, it looks strange, wouldn't it? So I'm surprised it doesn't snap the wire, that thing. What else we got? Here's another one. Again, fibre, that's what about. Laying fibre over power cable. And any more? I suppose they got a special name for them. We can eliminate some of this garbage here. Cable repair device. What are we going to get with that one? No. Not sure. Telephone cable. spider. Anyway, you know what I mean. There's going to be something that's going to look similar to what's in that picture, probably. Robots. Machine, maybe. Cable. Laying machine. Perhaps they call it a train. Train. Oh, these are really big ones. Really, really big ones. For underground box. What's Anyway, I think we're probably going to have to wrap it up there. Any more information comes to light on that one. I'm surprised that third phase hasn't got that one up, because that one's pretty hard to debunk it or say otherwise, right? Anyway, it's getting near dinner time now, so I'm going to wrap up and let these guys also get to bed. And I'll put it up on Rumble and other places for other people to watch that don't like YouTube. I might only get like 20 to 50 watches on YouTube, but on Rumble I'll get hundreds. Not hundreds. On Rumble I only get a few, but I get subs. So if I get 100 watches, 15 of those will sub to me on Rumble, but I only get a few, like a handful of watches on Rumble, so I'm not sure what's going on there. BitChute I get up to 100 to 200 views, and brand new Tube, also very slow getting subs there, but that goes up quite easily to 100 to 200 views there as well. So not sure what's going on with YouTube, but something's suppressing me. Why does it keep coming up with that? I don't know. But yeah, we can work around it now. Hey, so unless UFOstalker does something where it stops working, we now have access to it working properly using those plugins. And I'll say good night now, and take care on the roads, everybody. Okay, there we go. And thanks Blue Chicken, Mojo, and others that actually did some reasonable chat on the side tonight. Thanks, Chicken. So let me post it. Good night. Hope you enjoyed it anyway. My mouth's a wee bit sore today. The medicine I take actually makes ulcers, and my tongue a bit, which doesn't help. And my nose is blocked. Everybody's always saying I sound like Darth Vader. Nothing I can do about it, guys. It's just is what it is. Hopefully I can get a better microphone at some stage and have it feel away from my face. But money, you know. If you want to donate towards that, by all means do so. All the links are there. But I'm not gonna beg.